Well, good morning. It's Wednesday, May 7th, I believe, and getting ready to start on my journey, 5-day journey. I'm at Titusville at the Welcome Center. I'll go and show you what's got going on. That's the Welcome Center over there. They're allowing me to park in the parking lot, which I'm very thankful for. Got my car here all locked up. My bike. There's Jenny. She's all set to go. And yes, I do pack heavy. I think I packed the same whether I'm going for a month or a week. So yeah, I pack heavy. I use almost everything, truly. But I don't use probably very much of anything, and I'm glad, is the tools that I carry. But unfortunately, they weigh several pounds. So anyways, the bike weighs 55 pounds, and that's empty. And with it all loaded up, it weighs about 110. Then you put me on top there, it gets pretty heavy. So I'm going to start, looking forward to it. And I'll see you down the road. I'm going to say a prayer. Ask the Lord to intervene and have a safe journey and an enjoyable journey, and to keep me safe from all harm, whether it's physical, emotional, or problems with the bike. So I will see you shortly. Well, here we go. I haven't ridden this bike since I fell off it last time. That's almost last August, let alone a bike with weight on it like this. It's going to take some time for me to get my sea legs. Well, it didn't take long. Here's the park ready. Veterans Memorial Park, that is. And here's Spaceview Park. We're going in here. Okay. This is Spaceview Park. This is a memorial to the shuttle. Hopefully you see when we get to the park that just over this causeway ahead is NASA. You can see the large buildings, and hopefully you'll be able to see that. Coming up is a tribute to the Apollo. Of course, Apollo is the flights that went to the moon. This is Veterans Memorial Park. Right in front of me is a tribute to the Mercury with the 7 astronauts. I think Mercury was my favorite of all. I don't know why, it just is. Probably because it was the first manned flight to space. It's been a while, but it seems like yesterday to me. I don't know how well you could see, but in the distance is NASA, and the large building is a vehicle assembly building. And there's all kinds of launching pads around there. I'm facing into the sun. That's just the way it goes in the morning. And so the next ocean, well, maybe not quite yet, but will be the part of the ocean will be the bay over in Hollywood Island. Later. Okay, coming up to a memorial to the Gemini program. Of course, Gemini was a program that put 2 people in space, did spacewalks, and I remember watching all this as I was a kid. I really enjoyed it. So did the world. The world was actually watching. Now people don't care much anymore what's happening in space. It's like another day. But it sure was important to us. Later. This is Spaceview Park. I follow this road around. It should take me to like a circular part, which would give me a good view of the ocean. Well, I had hoped to get some video by the ocean here at Spaceview Park, but there's all kinds of construction going on and it's all fenced off. You know what they say about the best laid plans. So now it's actually time to get on the road and start the actual journey. We have our attractions out of the way for Titusville. Now I'm ready to hit the road. Riding through downtown Titusville. Weather. Okay. I don't know if the light's going to change, but no cars are coming. There's a sign for the C2C trail over the railroad tracks. Okay. Jump the street here. Okay. Well, up ahead. Okay. Up ahead's Canaveral Avenue. That's where we turn. And then up ahead at the dead end right here, we go around it and we are on the trail. And here we go. And going up. Okay. I get a chance to say it. I appreciate this bridge over that street. One thing about going up, you get to go down. This is the first part of the trail heading out of Titusville. Runs along Highway 50, I believe that is. At least we got some trees on the left. And the pedaling's been pretty easy so far. Later. Coming upon the MIMS, United Methodist Church's bike stop. Place to rest. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Interesting place. This is an interesting place. It's in the shade. They got a bike repair stand, which could be pretty handy. You can refill your water bottles here. I'm not sure how well you can see the mural, but it's pretty nice. Again, this is put on by the United Methodist Church here in MIMS. They say you could arrange camping here if you wanted to. And there's some information on the Coast to Coast Trail. Well, I was quite fortunate. I met David, who runs this establishment. And he's here on weekends, and if he sees somebody who's place you can get cold drinks and snacks and stuff here. They do allow camping here. It's pretty nice, actually. I appreciate having some shade. One thing I did not realize is how humid it is already down here. I mean, I haven't perspired in a long time, but I am perspiring here, so anyways. This morning started out pretty early. The place I stayed at didn't offer breakfast till 7:30. I mean, I wouldn't be on the road by then to get to the Welcome Center where I parked. So unfortunately, I had to go to Waffle House this morning. So that's good anyways. Really is going to be a beautiful day. I'm expecting some rain showers, I should say thunderstorms this afternoon. So I'm going to try to do my best to get in early. It's pretty typical of Florida this time of the year and all summer to have spotty thunderstorms pop up and have some rain for about an hour. I don't mind the rain so much, especially if I'm off the road on a trail. It's no big deal. But what I don't care for is the lightning that comes along with it, so I'll be a little bit careful of that. So anyways, we're going to be heading out here shortly. So I'm going to take a few minutes to rest. I was fortunate to meet the guy who runs this place from United Methodist Church, David, very nice man. We chatted for a while, and well, I'll see you down the road. Morning. Morning. Yeah, I guess a couple good mornings. Hey, buddy. Hello, buddy. Where are you going to hide on me? What do you got to say? Oh, you're hiding. There's no reason to hide. Okay. And I heard a psht. Something telling me I have a flat tire. We'll see here. Well, we spent about a half an hour there changing a flat tire on my back tire. Hopefully this inner tube will hold up. I think it busted at the valve. I'm not sure. I checked the tire. There's nothing in it. And here is a memorial. to Laramie Brown. Not sure. Last year, March 9th, 24. I'll have to look this up and see who lived. Let's see if this can. Huh. Laramie Brown. Well, back on the road. Well, coming up is we'll go under I-95. Okay. Well, it appears to be holding, so it's a good sign. I'm thankful, very thankful. And we'll see you down the road. We're about 24 miles into the ride today. A lot of this is out in the sun. So it's a little bit draining. But I got nice scenery on both sides. That helps a lot. Enjoying the day. Later. Well, he should be coming up on the Tin Man. Just missed a deer crossing the road. The trail really is in good shape so far. Really good shape.
Honestly, my jaw hit the floor when I watch this. They don't even understand what they're saying as the words are coming out of their mouth, how incredibly racist it is. She was talking to a bunch of voters and said, "We're done picking cottons. Go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants. The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now.
Well, I'm trying to find it. I just don't see it. Huh. Well, if I see it, I'll come back. Here we go. Up on the right. It's called the Tin Man statue. So this is the Tin Man statue. Nobody seems to know anything about it. I think I've even looked online and there's no answer. How it got here or who made it. Looks like it's made up of a bunch of air handler parts from a furnace. Yeah, kind of interesting. At least Jenny's going to get a picture with him. That's good. So this looks like it's some workman has fallen into a hole. I love it. Well, I just crossed the street from the Osteen Diner after having a decent lunch. I'm really hoping to get into Sanford before it starts pouring out. I don't mind a little bit of rain, especially since I'm not going to be on the roads. I'll be on a trail. But I don't care too much for the lightning. Okay. And this will take us back on the trail. We'll be watching the weather and we'll see how it's going. So I like to stop it ahead at the green, what's it called? Green Springs Park. I'll stop there next. I'll see you down the road. This is a view down the trail from the Osteen Trailhead a little bit further to the west. It's kind of pretty. Not sure how well you can see that. Kind of swampland. More of a pretty view down the trail. About 36 miles into today's ride. I've got about, let me say, 12 to go. The Green Springs Park tap should be coming up, I'm going to say, in about 2 miles or less. So I'll check back in when I get there. Hello. Okay, I think this is the tap into the park. Kind of feel like I'm in the jungle. Excuse me, rainforest. I smell sulfur. I think I went too far. Okay, I guess. Let's go back this way. Nope, I ain't gonna get in that way. Because I gotta backtrack again. Yes, it's nothing new for me. This is the exit from the park, taking me back to the trail. When I get up there, I'm going to take a look and see how many miles I got to go. Looks like in about an hour and 15 minutes, we're going to be in a thunderstorm. So, okay. Okay, so according to my Garmin, I got between 10 and 11 miles to go. So if I push, I should be there in an hour. Gemini Springs Trailhead should be in about 4 miles. Let's see. Yep. We pick up the Springs Trail there. Okay. So away we go, and I'll see you down the trail.
Executive producer of Dutch Radio. Very stylish. What kind of clothing do you operators say? Swinging a high pop line, shallow right center, and Adamas.
Yep, got the Cub game on.
Everybody's got a urge on the baseball. Sam, what do you mean no replay challenge? That's right. The decisions your pro is making for you involve the
Okay. Okay, I believe as we cross the street, we are beginning the spring trail. The trail's been going along the highway here for a couple miles. And I believe it keeps going straight. And it might be on the other side of the road, I'm not sure. So I'm across the street here. Be back in a minute. Well, from what I see, I believe the trail will go straight. So I'm gonna stay on the sidewalk here on it'll be the south side of the road. It looks like it might curve up ahead. Let's take a look. I kind of figure with the Garmin it'd be hard to get lost. Okay, looks like it curves this way. So it's DeBerry Avenue. Just stay on the left side if you're going west. Of course, if you're going east, it'd be the right side. My Garmin thinks I'm lost. Let's see what this map says here. Yep, Gemini Springs, straight. We're good. We are good. So I think technically I'm on the spring to spring trail now. Not sure what interstate this is. Maybe it's 95 again, who knows? Oh, it's 4, okay. It's I-4. This may be boring to some of you, but if you're planning on doing this sometime, you might appreciate having some of this. All right, I think we're good now. Catch you in a little bit. Okay, so this is the Gemini Springs trailhead. Not much to it really right here. I think we go straight. No, I think I messed up. Doesn't surprise me none. You know, I think Ed Cycles told me about this and watching his video. I should have stayed left and not right. Okay. Sorry, Ed, I didn't listen to you. Now my Garmin's even happy, so that's good. This one's about 2.5 miles to Lake Monroe Park. Kind of different looking. I like this. Hello. Not sure I can go 15 miles per hour. I'm kind of tired. Catch you in a bit. Oh, now we get to climb over the bridge. See my radar going crazy. It's noisy. I was going to go into the park to the left. You can't see it. A couple good photo opportunities there, but I look off to the right. I can see some dark clouds coming in, so I'm going to opt to get this thing done for the day. Well, somehow I need to cross the road. And there's a trail on the left-hand side. So the spring might go straight, but I'm heading to my motel from here. So I'm gonna be back in a few minutes. I'll be busy. I made it across all the busy streets. I got about 1.5 miles to go, and I can see behind me it's coming in pretty quick. So I think I'm going to put my head down and just go the best I can. Later. Well, looks like we made it. Staying here at the Comfort Inn. I won't lie, my legs are tired, big time. Well, that's it for now. Well, I thought I'd wrap up today. It's been a difficult day. It's been an interesting day too. Some nice sights to see. I appreciated seeing all of the NASA displays over by Spaceview Park and by Veterans Park. I mean, seeing the Mercury, Gemini, the Apollo, and the shuttle presentations there, I thought were really nice, really nice. Had a chance to see the assembly building for NASA way in the distance. I don't know if I caught that with the camera or not because it was right into the sun, but that's the best I could do. I would like to have gotten my bike touching the ocean, but that was not going to happen. I really don't care. I was by the ocean. That's all I cared about. And then I appreciated meeting David at the MIMS bike rest stop from the United Methodist Church. They've got a really nice rest stop there. I happened to run into David, talked to him for quite some time. Very good man, very good man, very good place. You can camp there if you want to. There's a porta potty and it's nice. Went down the road very far, not very far. Stopped, I saw a turtle. I go, oh, here's a turtle. I'm gonna stop and play with it. I got off my bike and I heard a psh. Somehow my back tire blew. I'm pretty sure it's not, I didn't go over anything. I think the valve stem actually busted. My inner tubes are pretty old. So, and I had someone to come by. I was almost done. Someone named James stopped by, asked if I needed help, and I did. He helped me stabilize my front end of my bike while I picked up the back end. And normally it's not that big of a deal, but with a loaded bike and the like, it's a lot more difficult to change a flat. But I did, had it on down the road. It was a good day. I liked Green Springs Park. It was kind of nice. And really, I think the last 15 miles I was really beat. I won't lie about that. So anyways, I'm done for the day. I'm in my room. It's a little bit later than I was hoping to get here, but realistically, I started late. I mean, by the time you rearranged all the packing stuff for the bike and went and parked and got all it set to go. Now, the rest of the trip should be a lot better because my bags are on my bike. It's going to be a lot easier to get in and out. And hopefully, breakfast starts at 6 tomorrow. Hopefully, by 7, I'm on the road. If I can be done by 2 o'clock, I'm happy because anytime after 2, it can start raining. As a matter of fact, it's getting ready out there to start raining. So that's it for today, Wednesday, May 7th. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good evening.